Peace and grand rising to the Moors. Ego sum, Pauline Denise Ritchie, in capitis diminutio nolo, in propria persona sub juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio heredes. No United States Corporation Company citizens, nor their agents, principals, heirs, assigns, nor any derivatives thereof, has personam jurisdiction over the sovereign, original indigenous, natural divine, Moorish Americans. On the public record, for the public record, and letting the public record show, to all citizens on our sovereign land at America regarding face mask codes and statutes. Article 6 of the original American Constitution states that all debts contracted and engagements entered into before the adoption of this Constitution, in capitis diminutio nolo, shall be as valid against the United States, in capitis diminutio minima, as under the Confederation. This Constitution, in capitis diminutio nolo, and the laws for the United States, in capitis diminutio minima, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, in capitis diminutio nolo, which is the heirs, shall be the supreme law for the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution, in capitis diminutio minima, or laws of any state, in capitis diminutio minima, to the contrary, notwithstanding. We, the sovereign, original, indigenous, natural, divine, Moorish American heirs, are competent to govern our land at Washington Territory and all our land. We have found a quote from a corporate document that we will use in order to keep the peace on our land regarding face masks. Our use of this quote is not a recognition of, nor validation, nor endorsement, nor transfer of our sovereign rights, nor transfer of our sovereign status, nor change of our ancient sovereign, original, indigenous, natural, divine jurisdiction. We are in capitis diminutio nolo, in propria persona sub juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio heredes at all times and at all points in time. Whereas there is a long history of racism and discriminatory policies among the citizens, whereby natives, people of color, immigrants, refugees, homeless, and other marginalized citizens who identify with those titles have faced on our land at America, those codes and statutes may impact the citizens' ability to feel safe while wearing a face covering. Therefore, face coverings at America are not mandatory, nor necessary for all who consent not to wear one. Additionally, consent not to wear a face covering on our land at America does not create grounds for citizens to stop, detain, issue citations, arrest, intimidate, nor harass anyone who chooses to exercise their freedom to breathe clean American air without a face covering. The sovereign, original, indigenous, natural, divine, de jure Moorish National Republic federal government and the Moorish American Consulate are keeping the peace while enforcing the sovereign supreme laws of the land during this time of transition. It is our top priority. Our heirs deserve everlasting peace and prosperity, and all living beings deserve a beautifully maintained estate that the heirs will share with all other lawful beings. Therefore, it is our sovereign responsibility to govern our territories lawfully. And in doing so, if the heirs see unlawful enforcement of codes and statutes that inhibit sovereign rights and citizen rights in our territories, all heirs are encouraged to do the following. Research the citizen corporation to find out the name or the name of those doing business as CEOs and managers, and find out their address. Send them a sovereign, universal, original, indigenous, natural, divine, command for remedy affidavit in all lowercase letters with red ink, and preferably in ancient English if you so choose. Give them 10 days to comply with your command that they obey the sovereign supreme law for the land, which is clearly stated in Article 6 of the original Constitution for the United States, 1789 and 1791. Repeat the 10-day command for remedy affidavit process twice, okay? And then follow that up with a third command for remedy, which includes a notice for intent to lien. If your sovereign command to obey the supreme law for the land is not followed within the 30 days, place the Universal Commercial Code 1 lien on the unlawful occupier on our land. Follow this lien up with a sovereign, original, indigenous command to appear in your Moorish American consular court to state their name and nationality on the record for the people who are the sovereign, original, indigenous, de jure, Moorish National Republic federal government. If they fail to appear, send a sovereign, original, indigenous, Moorish American arrest and imprisonment affidavit. Send it to them by certified mailing and to the American Provost Marshal by certified mailing. In fact, all of this process can be done from start to finish by certified sovereign mailing. Lastly, research where they bank and send all of the documents, including copies of the lien, the arrest command, the court action, and your commands for remedy to the bank by mail with a command to stop their commercial activity and state that you have deposited gold-backed sovereign credits into your sovereign resource account. We do not want fiat nor Federal Reserve debt notes, as we are the creditors and we command sovereign credits. With regard to further clarification of Article 6, that all debts contracted. All debts includes our sovereign right to place Universal Commercial Code 1 liens on the said U.S. corporation citizens and to lawfully command and receive gold-backed credits in our sovereign resource accounts. All debts contracted and engagements entered into before the adoption of this Constitution shall be as valid against the United States as under the Confederation. This Constitution and the laws for the United States, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made, or which shall be made under the authority of the United States in capitis, diminutio, nolo, which is the sovereign de jure Moorish National Republic federal government, shall be the supreme law for the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary of that which was entered into before the adoption of this Constitution is notwithstanding. Additionally, we have returned all state resources back to this sovereign government. We hereby send you back to your, in your memory, to your creation contract, as we command honor of debts contracted and engaged in. Sumus de sanctum unum, nous vivons, we live, sumus de spiritum return de leve. Amendico vobis, quae cumque ego veritas, super terram erunt legata et in coelo. Quae cumque ego sol veritas, super terram erunt saluto et in coelo. Amendico vobis, quae cumque ego veritas, super terram erunt legata et in coelo. Quae cumque ego sol veritas, super terram erunt saluto et in coelo. And one last time, as it is a spell. Amendico vobis, quae cumque ego veritas, super terram erunt legata et in coelo. Quae cumque ego sol veritas, super terram erunt saluto et in coelo. Peace and grand rising to the sovereign, original, indigenous, natural, divine, living, Moorish American, Almoroccan heirs.